Disturbed Karen loses her mind when banned from Hobby Lobby.
On February 20th, 2024, officers responded to a Hobby Lobby for a call of a disorderly customer.
Not a big Hobby Lobby fan, I'll be honest with you. Why are we going through the void here?
Hi.
What's going on?
I have the rights to complain and have also the name of the manager and direct breach of privacy in false cyber security. They're directly of customers' breach of privacy, and they having consumer rights of breach of privacy, and did not need to have
So stalking?
exploitation.
Hobby
of
Lobby
consumers
stalking her?
Like aaaaaaa, a healthcare professional, and U.S. Army cyber harassment
So you're saying
syndicated.
Hobby Lobby's cyber stalking you?
Cyber stalking and false security, yes, they are consumers' rights of privacy.
And you think
I'm
it's
helping.
this Hobby Lobby?
You can check into those. One thing is you can
Cyber stalking you?
checked. If there was nothing, then you could even
So it's Hobby Lobby is cyber stalking her. Why would they do that? Seems like they just they talk it out and she goes home. Cool. I like that idea that Hobby Lobby would cyber stalk a customer. Like just shit posting on their Twitter about it. Search the ADHD and Supernatural. Oh yeah.
Witnessed myself from like a third person point of view
Ego death.
walking over to my teacher
Oh.
and exposing myself, which is different from
That's not ego death.
So that a half an hour would not be out of the norm for you to be exposed that long and not realize it when you're walking around with your
if
sweatpants basically choking your penis while you're walking around. You see how it's not making a lot of sense?
but I do promise that it was an accident. But I don't exactly have like the biggest, if I can say.
What is happening? Why would you? Why would what? Well, this is sad. What is the story here?
So I was in class, or not in class, I was in Williams Hall studying for an exam.
How does this go on for 36 minutes? It seems like it's kind of kaput right there in the first minute.
Was this guy? When I sat down, he was like kind of looking at me, but I just was like, whatever.
Sir, let me see your penis. Let me see if it matches the description.
You can step in there real quick. Just so we're not...
Officer Jacobs, I'm doing a peen inspection in there. Cover me.
I have ADHD, so my mind wanders a lot.
Okay.
I know it's happened a lot at home,
Okay.
in which I'll like go to the bathroom and then
I like that idea. Listen, I'm a little scatterbrained sometimes. I'll often take a piss and I forget my meat's out. Like, I mean, ADHD, am I right?
They said someone matching your description.
what day would this again?
I could not tell you.
The day is pretty important. I usually only whip my cock out on like Thursdays or Fridays, so it's, I don't know, it probably wasn't me, but ADHD, I sometimes lose track of like the days and stuff, and then Wiener comes out on like a Monday, had a schedule.
So
God, it looks like right now he's about to unleash like a jutsu. Like, he's got that like Reddit mod look to him, and it really looks like he's about to just fucking shoot like a fireball like Sasuke or something.
if there was another report that could have possibly been, if this is happening, then I truly am sorry.
If this is happening,
There's not some other reason why you might be doing this on, you know,
the phantom winky
purpose or
exposure.
anything like that, or I mean, it's
I don't really have any sexual desires toward anyone, really.
okay.
So I would have no reason to go around
Checkmate.
bashing people.
Okay.
Well, we're good here. I mean, that checks out. We're fine.
I really
Just pay a little more attention.
somebody has seen that. Back in high school, about 4
Well, this is what we just saw in the Sizzler reel.
incident.
Okay.
It was slightly different. At that time, we still don't really know what happened.
We're still investigating.
Out of body experience, but that's not what's happening this time.
Had a close encounter of the third kind. The aliens pulled my whole fucking
Forgetful.
schlong out.
Okay.
Study hall was traumatized.
And that is an issue. We did a bunch of brain scans and whatnot, and nothing was abnormal. So
Okay.
Why would...
Republican.
I'm very curious. Why would that have been the next steps there? So he unleashes the hog, and they're like, we gotta get to the bottom of this. We gotta see what ghost in this man's head was pulling the levers there that forced him to do such a thing. Put him in the MRI just to check for like the Wiener Master or something.
it's going all right. Doing really well in Japanese. I actually applied for a study abroad program.
Oh, cool.
So
Oh my. Oh my.
certainly, that would be another reason why we should not do something to
Right.
taint that.
Jeopardize
Yeah.
that. You a commuter student?
Yes, sir.
Sound,
I have a
thought it
force
sounded like.
drive.
Okay. We're gonna have to sort some things out. I got another officer talking to the young lady who made the report, so.
He didn't like pull them down. It was just like kind of between the sweatshirt and like top of the pants.
Okay. You think he
Yeah.
like intentionally?
Oh, he upper decked it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Because the way that like he was looking at me when I first sat down.
It's teams. Okay, let's play Bayern Boston.
Oh, he's so cute. I have to play with this person. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, how are you?
Good.
Do you want to play some Beat Saber?
Yes.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, join.
Alright, so your username's Big Daddy. Did you come up with that name?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. How old are you?
I'm 6.
6? Oh my god. And you play Beat Saber at 6?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. How long have you been playing Beat Saber?
3 days.
3 days. Only 3 days? Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Do you want to pick a song?
Yes.
Final boss channel Expert Plus? Have you really been playing 3 days? Are you trolling me? I think you're trolling me. Okay, I'm putting on no fail. So I'm gonna fail. Unless you're a pro at 6 years old. This kid's trolling me for sure. You are not been playing 3 days. Big Daddy. What is Big?
This can't be real. So Valve just told a judge that opening CS cases
You are stupid. That's much too direct, so instead we say, sorry? You're overreacting. Sorry? I don't understand. Sorry. The crucial thing to remember in all of these is that we are never actually sorry. I want your attention. This is like when you need to interrupt someone. Sorry. That is outrageous. Sorry. You are stupid. That's much too direct, so instead we say, sorry? You're overreacting. Sorry? I don't understand.
These are emergency numbers that everybody should know. So 741-741 is the texting version of 911 where you can enter a text-based counseling session if you don't want to speak out loud. In many buildings, if you dial 933 on the office phone, it will trigger an automated voice that reads you back your exact location in case you're ever kidnapped. 911 operators will use this to know exactly where you are in a building. This number is called the pep talk number, and you'll hear kindergartners
Rated healthy top 1 extreme dealing with atrocious gameplay, glow slob decoration, and about every other bad thing I could think of to make this the ultimate worst upcoming top 1. We'll finish building this entire level in today's episode, and I'll be showcasing it at the end of the video. This is a sequel to my last video where we made the first half of this level, and y'all gave me some genius suggestions to make this even more despicable. So let's see what we can cook up.
"5 a.m. I've been trying to sleep for a couple hours and it's been an unsuccessful endeavor, so decided I'd come over here and start blabbering about something that I still find to be pretty wacky. The amazing digital circus drama that's been stirring and bubbling over. And honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if this bout of insomnia ties back into that. Maybe there's a ne'er-do-well in the amazing digital circus fandom that's kidnapped the Sandman, preventing him from paying me a visit and making me tired. If so, dubious. Well played. But what if I told you that Tung Sahur's pregnant? We'll see. Now, being fully open and honest here, cheeks fully spread, I am not the biggest fan of the amazing digital circus. I understand why people like it so much. I get it. It's just not my cup of tea. It's not my favorite glitch production. Now, I know that that sounds like blasphemy. I wasn't aware of just how rabid the fandom was until I learned about this. I still don't believe it's as, like, aggressively toxic as a lot of people paint it as, but, I'm starting to see why it has a bit of a bad reputation. AOL has an article. That's great. AOL. America Online has got a nice little write-up about it. Why did that happen? Why does that keep happening? Unfortunately, leaked footage of the entire film and its Brazilian dub have emerged online the past few days. The finale to the web series has faced controversy for not having a simultaneous release in theaters and on YouTube and Netflix, though this timed release schedule is crucial for bringing fans who would normally watch the series on the internet into seats at the cinema. Responds to the leaks on Blue Sky, writing, "I haven't seen what the leaks even are, but I'm gonna guess probably not." And since deleted posts where she replies, who cares? The animator later apologized on the platform, stating, "I know people are upset with my response, which is fine, but I kinda just wanted to make a cartoon and it ended up being way more trouble than it's worth." Oh man, not a fan of what the fan base has become, it sounds like. Admits that she can't keep my heart in this thing anymore, and it's gotten too much bigger than me, and I probably shouldn't be the figurehead of it. That's sad. The entire episode got uploaded on Reddit 3 days ago. Yeah. Everything leaks now. That's just the way it goes, unfortunately. I don't see what's wrong with her response. Who cares? I don't see what's so bad about that. I don't know why people would be upset. Happens. It was out of her control. All she can do now is just be like, alright, there it is. From what I understand, that's the whole thing. So, it leaked online, which people were upset about, but a not small number of people weren't upset about, like, the leakers doing it. They were upset at the creator for her attitude around it, which that boggles my noodle, because her attitude, I think, is fine. To just be like, okay, you know what? Who cares? You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube now. Like, I think that's far more respectable than had she just, you know, flipped the table over and started fee-fi-fo-fumming around all upset and angry about it. Like, I really don't see why that would be, like, a controversial stance from her. Maybe it was the next part where it seems like she's pretty tired of the fan base that her work has accumulated, and I feel like she's totally fine to have that perspective, especially considering that her biggest work has now leaked and she's getting attacked for it by the fan base. Fucking piranhas eating her alive over something she has no control over and probably isn't super thrilled about, considering it is a direct impact on her and her work. As sports fans, you know, maybe I need to be Baker acted. Perhaps what I'm about to say is just a little wacky, but to me, it seems totally understandable why she feels the way she does about it and, like, wanting to move on from it going forward. Dolan Darkus made a video on it. Is there more to it than just this? Let me see. This is a long slop from Dolan. A 3-minute slopperoo? Well, okay, so how does it go so deep? I don't understand. Enlighten me, Dolan.
Lop Live. The Amazing Digital Circus situation is getting out of hand. If you aren't caught up, basically the final episode is coming out soon and is meant to come to cinemas. Well, somehow the episode ended up leaking early online in a Brazilian dub, and when the creator of the show, gooseworx, was told about this, they initially said the leaks probably weren't real, and then when they were told they were definitely real, they said, who cares? This, of course, caused a meltdown amongst the fanbase, with a lot of people saying she deserved to have it leak, and she shouldn't be acting this way about a show that she created.
I love that. You shouldn't be acting this way about the thing I like that you made. I know better than you know. Bro, it's her fucking show, man. Again, I see no problem with her just reacting that way. It was out of her control. The shit leaked. I think it's a lot better than, raising up arms like, all right, guys, we gotta go over fucking war. It's scorched earth time. I can't believe it. Fuck everyone. We're coming for scalps now. I think that's much better and much more respectable. To me, that is handling it with grace. Just like, okay, you know what? Is what it is, I guess. I don't see the problem.
Other tweets saying things like, gooseworx is racist, into incest, a bad writer, and overall a corny and insufferable person. I couldn't care less about the show leaking. Now, she did end up deleting her response and made a follow-up response saying, I know people are upset with my response, which is fine, but I kind of just wanted to make a cartoon, and it's ended up being way more trouble than it's worth. I really just can't keep my heart in this thing anymore. It's gotten too much bigger than me, and I probably shouldn't be the figurehead of it. It's also worth noting that the Amazing Digital Circus fanbase is probably one of the worst fanbases on the internet right now.
Okay, Dolan, let's not get carried away. I don't know too much about the fan base for it, to be honest, but that's baloney. I'm going to tell you right now, there ain't no way that's true. No, there's no way. Oh, nope, I'm shutting that shit down. There is no shot.
Is probably the reason gooseworx no longer seems to care that much about the show. One tweet with 50,000 likes saying, the Amazing Digital Circus got leaked, and instead of getting mad at the leakers, we're mad at gooseworx. One with 60,000 likes saying Goose's apathy is 1,000% justified. They did everything they could to prevent this, got harassed non-stop.
So these are very popular. It seems like the sentiment is like, hey, I think she's in the right for just expressing that. I think it's fine. So is it just like it seems like it's a small piece that's mad at her for just being like, who cares? How naive I was. It's not that small of a piece. I decided to do a little bit of looking around. A lot of people in the community there for the Amazing Digital Circus were livid. And I mean, actually steaming. There was already, drama around this because it going to theaters already made people upset, believing that it should have continued to stay free on YouTube because all the other episodes were, and by going to theaters, they were now being, excommunicado from experiencing the finale unless they paid money, or maybe their theater wasn't showing it. And I yapped about that a little bit when it was going on. I can't remember how long it's in theaters for prior to going free to YouTube, but it is going to end up free on YouTube. It's just finishing it with a big spectacle is something they believed was worthwhile, especially considering they have done many episodes completely for free on YouTube. And this is a good way for them to try and make some money back on what is undoubtedly a pretty expensive production for them. So I think it makes sense. I think the exclusivity in theaters was kind of long, which was one of the big complaints. I don't remember how long. But anyway, there was already a lot of drama around it for that. So when this happened, a lot of people were saying that this is karma, this is justifiable revenge, she deserves it for putting it in theaters, that kind of thing, which I'm going to speculate she probably wasn't the one that was trying to lobby for it in theaters. I think that decision was also probably out of her hands, but that's just me having a hunch, that's just speculation. But anyway, the point I'm making is, it is not a small number of people that are expressing their anger about basically everything in regards to the finale to the Amazing Digital Circus. It's a pretty rowdy, pretty sizable bunch for a myriad of different reasons. Now, I don't know anything about the creator, so all the stuff that they were saying about them personally, I have no fucking clue about any of that. All I know is what's available in regards to, like, the theater stuff when that was going on, and now this with, like, the leaks and how she responded to it. And I'll scream it from the mountaintops. The way she responded to the leaks, I think, is totally fine. There was nothing wrong with just taking the approach of, you know what? There's nothing I can do about it, so, who cares?
It happened anyway. This fandom genuinely deserves nothing. Another saying how Gooseworks' last few posts on social media were basically her saying she'd been pulling all-nighters to make the finale look as perfect as possible, just for it to get leaked and a bunch of people saying it either sucked or celebrating its downfall. And this is the sort of people we're dealing with. This person complaining that Gooseworks used a song by a black man covered by a white man in the ending of her show, attaching a video of people chanting white power. They're then told in the replies to not spread misinformation, as the song was actually covered by an Asian man, not white.
What is
and
happening?
Their response is to say, sorry for the misinfo, but whatever, the tweet still stands.
Listen, guys, it was incredibly wrong. But I'm still mad. Fuck you.
I don't think the tweet still stands at all.
It's complete pandemonium out there. It's evolving into just straight gobbledygook. Like that, for example. Hey, you're wrong about this. I don't care. I need something to be mad about, so I'm staying mad. Fuck you. It's just reaching absurd levels. Like, it's just actual wackiness out the wazoo. And what's always really interesting to me is that the biggest fans of something are the ones that want to see it fail the most. And I don't know why that happens. It's such an odd phenomenon that stretches across so many things. But like here, a lot of the tweets and stuff that were being made about it, and a lot of the people that were really upset and saying like, oh, it's complete dog shit. This is all just fucking trash. She should be embarrassed and ashamed. I knew it was going to have a terrible ending. I knew it was going to suck. And like celebrating its downfall, those same people have made their entire identity around being a fan of this show. So why are they so thrilled and filled with jubilation over, like, this leak and everything going on with it? Why? And it's not exclusive to just this community around this property. It's kind of like anything that develops a really big fan base. There are no bigger haters than the fans of these shows. And it just, I don't know, it doesn't compute. I don't see why, if the thing you like is getting successful, it makes you upset. You would rather see it fail. And then, like, are constantly rooting for its demise. The thing you really like, by the way. I don't get it.
This is the sort of people that we're dealing with, just absolute morons. And I think this tweet probably sums up the whole situation, saying Gooseworks is a victim of the childish, infectious rot that is internet fandom culture, an entitled, bratty, mentally deficient, and emotionally subpar group of adult consumers that eat and eat and eat and throw a tantrum because they choked on their content.
Damn, that was deep.
I think another problem is that the loudest people in the fandom are all like 13 years old. And someone dug up this old tweet from Gooseworks 3 years ago saying, when this circus show comes out, I'm going to have to ask all of you to sign a waiver stating that you'll be a good fandom and not a horrendously vicious, annoying one.
Rough.
Otherwise, I'm going to have to make the show bad on purpose. Well, I think she has the opportunity to do one of the funniest things possible. Thanks. Slopping by.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't know enough about the fandom. I just don't believe the statement that they're like the worst fandom there is right now. I can't imagine that. So many fandoms have just been trash lately. Okay, that's recency bias. Man, it has been this way since like the beginning of the internet. When a ton of people flock to something and it grows to a certain level of success, it's always going to end in rot eventually. It's just a numbers game. There's going to be weirdos that get there. There's going to be freaks that get there. It happens to literally anything that gets to a certain level. It's not exclusive to just the current climate, though I will agree that in the current climate, it's kind of a competition to see who can be like the most rabid, loyal worshiper of property. Like, you want to be the biggest fan ever, like you dedicate your life to it, they make it like a sport. I get that. But it's not like it's not like the actual fandom around Round things is new, and the behavior is new. It has been there for so long. Which mainstream fandom do you believe is the most toxic fandom out there? Ooh, that's a really interesting question. Oh, that's a really good question. There's so many good options. Especially when it comes to...